So I want to talk about the skill mismatch or the employability aspect of it, right? Where we've heard how much skill mismatch there is, and we keep reading a lot of these surveys about how much there's a lack of employability in the people that are being educated in our country, right? The way I see it, the onus is on the individual. So my question to Professor Narayanan sir is, what are the pros and cons of shifting this onus to the institutions that are training them, the onus of being employable, or to Sharath sir, what about shifting this onus to the organizations that will hire them? Of course, given that certain criteria is met, coursework is being done properly, GPA, what are the pros and cons?
Yeah? Okay, who should have the responsibility of addressing that gap, academics or the industry?
I think each has its role. I mean, academic institutions, there are different kinds of academic institutions. Academic institutions like IIIT or an IIIT, we tell our students when they come in that our responsibility is ensuring that you get your last job. You are ready for your last job, which may take up when you are 60 years old. You change your job when you are 60 years old. The skills that you learn here should still be relevant that time. Not, everybody focus on the first job that they get 4 years from then, which is too easy to give a first job. For an academic institution like IIIT, it's too easy to give someone a job in a coveted company. But what are the skills? The skill to learn by themselves, to forget everything that's been taught in college and again relearn what is required at that time. That's the skill that they should learn at college today so that they can shift careers at age 50. So that's the onus, that should be the onus on institution like us. Similarly, there are, every institution doesn't have to do the same. Other institutions, if you're teaching more skills, more industry-oriented engineers or people, they should ensure that as advertised, the students, when they leave, more or less have the skills required there. And if each player in the chain is is doing their job well, then we'll be in a good situation.
So if I could just answer the industry aspect of it. I think I may be wrong, some of the most senior people who are in the industry could correct me. I think in the 1950s, Jawaharlal Nehruji instituted a law saying that every private company needs to advertise the availabilities of their vacancies so that people who are aspiring for a job, it is very clear what is available. So why I say this is, typically as public representatives, some kid will come up to them and say, right, I've done my computer science, can you get me a job somewhere? So you call up the CEO, you call up the HR who you know, and you're like, I'm going to send this boy across, interview him and kindly see if he's useful. And he says, yes, so send him across to us. So shouldn't this information be publicly available everywhere? So I think it is the responsibility of all companies across the state where you function. We do have a skill portal, but it doesn't work effectively enough. So I think there should be transparency where every single job which is available and visible to everybody across the board, so that tomorrow when I want to do a course, when I want to do engineering, I know which are the jobs, which are the courses, which are the fields I can have a remunerative pay from day one. I think this transparency is something which we've got to work towards, which will empower the student as well to know what course or what stream or what line he needs to get into. And I think all companies need to come out transparently. The only sad part is, with the IT jobs which we get, the talent which you want or the talent which they ask you or the skill set which they ask you, they wanted it 3 months ago. Not even today when they ask for it, right? So this is the sad part about the jobs which are out there. Someone, he wants 3,000 Java engineers 3 months ago. So where do I skill? Where do I train? How do I have the opportunity? So I think there needs to be some more transparency about these kind of positions which are available.